Hey everybody, it's Boone White with the 323 Concept Furniture Restoration here. Today, we're going to be looking at this dining chair, and as you see here, the dowel that runs from front to rear has broken off. So we're going to go about showing you how we go about repairing something like that. We're going to obviously have to drill these out and replace the dowels that run into the front and rear leg. So without further ado, and we've also got a broken dowel here, so without further ado, we'll jump right in, we'll show you how we go about it. The first thing I want to do is start drilling these out, but before I can do that, I want to make sure I have a good flat surface to work with. Because sometimes it can be difficult to drill into that hole if I don't have a good flat surface or as flat as possible to work with. So what I like to start with is my pull saw. This is just a Japanese pull saw, and that allows me to go flush up against my surface that I'm working with and trim that dowel. So basically we can get right up to it, and we'll go through those 4 surfaces, and we're going to cut those as flush as possible. Okay, now that I've got those cut flush or as flush as possible, I'm going to go in with my spring-loaded nail punch. And I would highly recommend one of these to everybody. These are great for setting your nails. That way you don't have to hit it with your hammer. You can just put it right up on your nail, spring-loaded, and pop it in. Works great. I also like to use this to mark the center of objects. So, for instance, I'll go into the center of this dowel right here, pull it back, and that's going to mark the center of my hole, and that'll be a little bit easier to start my drill bit to get in there. These also work really good on door hinges as well, so I highly recommend it. I'll leave a link to that in the video description. Okay, now that we've got those centered on the holes, we're going to go back in with a drill bit, and we're going to start drilling out these dowels. The way I like to do it is I start with a really small drill bit, and I just sort of work my way up to the biggest size to finish off the size of this dowel. So this looks to be about maybe 5/16, maybe 3/8, but we'll sort of work our way up and see how big it is, and then we'll figure out which size dowel we need to replace it with. Start with about an 1/8 inch size, and then I just sort of step my way up to get to it. Do 3/16, 5/16, and I think it's going to end up being all the way to a 3/8. After I drill those out, I like to go in there with my chisel, good sharp chisel, and just sort of turn it, work it, and clean out that hole as best as possible, just in case the drill bit didn't get all of it, or if it wasn't completely centered. This is a good way to sort of go in there and clean up the opening. These are the 3/8 inch fluted dowels. You can use regular dowels from the store, but the benefit of these, if you notice, they have a fluted edge, which allows the glue to grip onto the wood, and it just helps it hold a lot better than a regular dowel will. Now, they do have tools that can give you that fluted look on a regular dowel, but these are pretty easily accessible online. I got this good assortment pack online on Amazon, and I'll put a link to that just in case you need it, but these are great for any woodworking if you need it. So we got 3 of those, 3/8 inch, we're ready to go. All right, so now we're going into the process of gluing all this back together. We're going to be using just Titebond 3 wood glue and the fluted dowels, like I said. Just get wood glue in the hole. I think the best way to do it is probably just put it all over your fluted dowel. Trusty little silicone glue applicator brush works great. get it nice and even coating on there. Great thing about these is once that glue all dries up, you can just peel the glue right off of there. Works really well. So this is where the spreader is going to come in handy. I need to spread this just a little bit. Since we've added the dowels, we need a little bit more room to get it in there, right? So very carefully, just not to fracture anything else here. We're just going to gently spread it. Finally, we just want to clamp up those two joints. That should do it. And that just pushes in to pull it off. Goes back to your other side, and then push it back. Really easy. They usually recommend letting that sit for at least 30 minutes. Full cure is about 24 hours, so you can unclamp it after 30 minutes. So obviously the longer the better. So we'll leave that clamped up probably overnight and check back on it tomorrow. But once again, that's how I go about replacing the dowel plugs on a chair spreader. There's probably quite a few ways to go about it, but that's how we do it. I just want to say thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to holler at us in the comments. We'd love to get back to you. If you have any comments or suggestions for future videos, we'd love to hear that. And as always, don't forget to hit that like button, hit the notification bell, and don't forget to share and subscribe to our page. Thanks, y'all.